2020 presidential candidates are converging on Ohio for another Democratic debate. One of the big questions tonight, will other candidates lay into Joe Biden? Here to talk about this is Travis County GOP Communications Director Andy Hogue and Sam Robles with Progress Texas. Sam, can Joe Biden turn these persistent allegations of wrongdoing overseas into a plus for his campaign?
Well, we'll see how Biden and others do tonight. I think what we're seeing is Democrats are going to be ready to talk about the issues that are important to voters, and to remind our voters how these allegations came up. They came up questioning Biden. Trump did this in order to distract from the impeachment inquiries that are happening right now. And so while that is a conversation that's happening, it's important for folks to remember that this is a guise to dissuade voters from what is really happening right now with Donald Trump.
Sam, do you think the other candidates are going to bring this up?
You know, I don't think so. We've seen Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden dancing in the polls quite a bit these last couple months. And I think Warren has a lot of enthusiasm. She has high voter enthusiasm. She's talking about the issues. We're seeing a number of candidates stick to the issues and talking to voters about what really matters to them and what's going on in their lives. And so I don't think that Democrats on stage will take Trump's distraction.
Okay.
I don't know if moderators would ask that question.
Andy Hogue, what do you think about that? Are any of these other candidates going to even bring this up?
Well, I don't see why they wouldn't. I mean, it's a wide open shot. Joe Biden got caught in a little bit of quid pro quo. His son, Hunter Biden. I don't know if it was as staged as my counterpart here says it is, but obviously it happened. It exposed a lot of what happens in the swamp. Let's face it, we're used to a lot of that here, observing politics at various levels. So now he has to answer for it.
So you expect these other candidates to attack him on that?
I certainly do. Matter of fact, I would bet the farm on it. I think they have no choice but to swipe at Joe Biden. I mean, listen, he's been the dull, steady candidate for a long time, and he's been ahead in the polls for that. Now he's a little bit exciting, and people have a reason not to like him. So next thing you know, Pocahontas is ahead. Elizabeth Warren, of course, as Donald Trump likes to call her. So I think it's all about, again, just swiping at the dominant personality on stage, and they're going to do that. Now, if I were Joe Biden, I would certainly want to play it cool, just shrug it off and see if this lasts, see if people even remember the name Hunter Biden here in a few weeks. But otherwise, I think he's the guy to beat, and every candidate on stage will be running against Joe Biden.
Okay. Sam, I mean, do you think the other candidates are going to try other tactics to get at Biden specifically, or is Elizabeth Warren now the target?
You know, I don't foresee candidates swiping at Biden, and I think overall the distraction that Trump has created around the Biden campaign might leave him untouched. You know, he's been pretty strong in the polls. He's been pretty consistent even with this distraction going on, so I don't quite see it. I'd be interested to see how folks come at Warren, but honestly, she just has such enthusiasm, and I think it leaves for a high marker that other candidates have to match.
Talking about Elizabeth Warren, she has a slight lead in the latest polling, Andy Hogue. What's her strategy tonight?
Yeah, well, I expect that fully. I mean, Joe Biden got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, regardless of who started it or why it happened. The fact of the matter is it did happen, and now they're going toward Elizabeth Warren. And look, Elizabeth Warren has been somebody the center-left has liked for a very long time. I don't think she's just coming out of nowhere. I would expect maybe a Tulsi Gabbard or maybe a Andrew Yang to surprise me, but I think Elizabeth Warren is the next one up, and she's going to do quite well as a runner-up against Joe Biden. I fully predict that Joe Biden will recover over time. But for now, I think that she's going to emerge as the second choice, and she's going to show that here in Ohio tonight.
Okay, well, the debate is tonight in Ohio. Sam, Andy, thank you both very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome.